Let's unravel a mystery that pretty much lives inside all of our heads, the one-day promise. You know, that magical time in the future when we're finally going to get everything done. But what if that promise isn't a promise at all? What if it's actually a trap?
I mean, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? One day I'll learn that new language. One day I'll get in shape. One day I am definitely going to write that book. We all have this list of goals that we just keep pushing off to some brighter, more capable version of ourselves in the future.
And here it is. Here's the uncomfortable truth we're going to unpack. That one day you're waiting for, yeah, it's a clever lie. A lie your own brain is telling you. And figuring out why it tells that lie is the absolute key to finally breaking free.
To really get to the bottom of this, we need to start with a concept that psychologists call the intention-action gap. Think of it as this huge, frustrating canyon between the amazing things we plan to do and what we actually end up doing.
So you have a genuine intention, right? A real desire to get something important done. But somehow, that intention, it just never makes the leap into action. It gets stuck. And this gap, well, this gap is where goals go to die. It's the source of so much of our frustration with ourselves.
So what's causing this gap? Who's the culprit here? Well, it turns out the reason is all about how your brain sees time, and maybe more surprisingly, how it sees you, or at least the future you.
Okay, the scientific term for this is temporal self-displacement. I know, it's a mouthful, but the idea behind it is actually super simple. Your brain doesn't really see the person you'll be next week, or next month, or next year as you. It sees them as a completely different person, a stranger.
And this is the split, right here. You've got present you, who's tired, maybe a little overwhelmed, and really just wants a break. But then there's future you. Oh, our brain imagines that person is a superhero. They're going to be energetic, super disciplined, and have all the time in the world. So what do? We just offload all the hard work onto them. And this really gets to the core of it. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't just force a total stranger to do your chores or finish a hard project for you, right? But that's exactly what our brain does to our future self. It just delegates all the tough stuff to this stranger who, it just assumes, will be ready and willing to handle it all.
Now, this little mental trick isn't just a one-time thing. It actually builds a vicious, repeating cycle. It's a trap that our brain sets for us over and over again, and it's what keeps us perpetually stuck in that one-day mode.
So here's exactly how it works. First, you set a goal. I'll start exercising. Instantly, your brain passes the job to the mythical future you. But here's the catch. Time passes. That future eventually becomes the present. You arrive, and you're still just you. You're still tired, the task is still hard, so what does your brain do? It just reassigns it to the new future you, and the cycle starts all over again.
So, how do we break out of this? Well, it doesn't start with more willpower. It doesn't start with being harder on yourself. It actually starts with a really simple but powerful shift in perspective. It starts with just seeing the trick for what it is.
And this is the most crucial piece of the puzzle. That perfect, hyper-productive version of yourself that you're waiting for, that person doesn't exist. They are a mirage, a beautiful illusion your brain creates just to make you feel better in the present by kicking the hard work down the road.
So the big takeaway here isn't that you're lazy or undisciplined. It's that your brain has a built-in feature, a little quirk, that makes procrastination feel totally logical. It sees your future self as a stranger, and that's what creates this endless loop. Honestly, just being aware of this trick, that is the most important step to beating it.
And that leaves us with one final question. Now that you know the game your brain is playing, who are you going to bet on? That imaginary stranger in the future, or the real person who's here, right now, the one who is actually capable of taking just one small step today?